Hello, it's Osteopathy with Sue, and today I'm here interviewing a colleague of mine, Annie Mallow. This is Annie. So
Hi. Hi,
tell
everyone.
us a bit about yourself, Annie.
Yeah, so, well, if I talk about me, in a osteopathic point of view, I kind of, I'm a musher, so I raise sled dogs, and over the years, I start massaging, and then I found out it was not, enough for my dogs, and I would like to have, more treatment and try to help them more. So I with the teams of vet in Wyoming, I kind of found a way to do that. So that's why I'm an osteopath.
And how do you find it's helping your sled dogs in competition, especially?
I think it make all the difference. I start treating them like in the summertime, actually. So I'm gonna do treatments every month or about, just to make sure that their muscles are, just perfect. The ligaments, everything is just great, and they don't have troubles. And then when the training is, more intense, because we're still training them in summer, but it's more like playing stuff. But when it gets to, more serious stuff. Um, I'm just gonna look for any, muscle tone or stiff part and work on that, and then I think it's sure help them because they're kind of running, free of any soreness, so they don't get injured. If they do, I can do something. They might be, because sometimes it's about the trail, or anything can happen, but still, I really can help them.
Okay, what makes a great sled dog?
Oh my, that's a good question. So many things. I think for my point of view, yeah, there's talent, there's skills, athletes, qualities, and all that. But I think it's more about the heart. Like if you have a dog that just love what he's doing and he wants to work for you, you can go anywhere with that dog. So I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
How can you tell when one of your dogs isn't moving quite right?
Oh, by many things. First, I think the gait. So because I'm behind them and I'm looking at them all the time, and I know them just by heart. Like if a dog's going like this when one leg, I know he's not feeling good, or he's tired, or he's thirsty, or I've been around them so many hours just looking at them running, so I know everything about their gait. So yeah, if I something happen, I can tell something is not right.
What's the most common injury or physical challenge your dogs face?
Um, it's well, I did my thesis on that, so it's more than 30% of injuries are on the front part of the dog. So it will be toes, foot, wrist, elbow, and shoulders. A lot of shoulders problem, and yeah, that's the most part. Most injured part.
What do you do to help your dogs recover after a long run?
Uh, After a long run, first when they come back, from a run, we're all gonna let them loose for a while so they can play. And we're good to stretch dog, but they're the best to do it themselves. Like they're gonna play with other dogs, they're gonna stretch, they're gonna come and jump on me, stretch again. So I think it's the most important thing. And we saw, like, it's not all the mushers that do that have the ability to let their dog loose. And I think it's a difference between winning and not winning. um, so yeah, so that's the first thing, and then they have supplement to recover all their carbs, and then rest, well, drink. So yeah, they have to be rehydrated a lot, and then just rest, and after the rest, then I can start to work. So while they're loose, I'm gonna look at them, again, and just analyze if something's wrong, and then I'm gonna work on them after, after their meal, and they get a little bit more quiet, and then I can do something.
What's one of the early signs of discomfort that pet owners miss?
Oh, well, there's so many things. Yeah. Well, when I'm on the street and looking at dogs on leash, many times I will see limping dogs, like funny gait. And it's not just like a three-legged dog. It would be just like, a little something that people just don't see and they think it's normal. And I think that the attitude of the dog too is important. So you can kind of feel if something is wrong, but you have to really be a good to observe good, to look at your dog in a way that you're trying to find something. So, and yeah, I think it's probably the two thing.
What are some of the myths about sled dogs
Oh, I
that
think,
you've heard?
yeah, I think there's many. I think the most important one is probably that the dogs are forced to do that, uh, and it's it's surely not true. I mean, they're just crazy about it, and they were born to run. So, and I can see it because I have retired dogs, and I have my 15 years old dog. Even if his body cannot do it anymore, he just wants to go. So when I'm having a run with dogs, sometimes you're just gonna let him loose, and he's trying to follow. He cannot really go fast or go anywhere, but he just like to be that sled dogs. And yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest one that is you know not true at all. So we have to work on that. Like people see dogs on the line and they think um they're not happy, but we know it's not the fact. And those dogs are traveling with us on the trailer for 3 months, and there's not a lot of dogs that are lucky to go in Wyoming, Alaska, see people, see country all over the place, and be with us all the time too.
What do your dogs teach you every day? What do we learn from them?
uh, to Because I'm observing them, I think I'm observing myself and trying to be a better person. That's the main thing. And they do that every day for me. And yeah, they help me to be myself and be a better person. And they did that all through the years, all through bad moments and good moments of my life. And it's really important what we share. It's really like a give and take kind of thing. I give them the what they need, and they just in giving me like uh like love, like something that they don't count. They just give it to me like this.
What is one thing that you wish pet owners, one piece of advice you could give pet owners about their animals' health and to keep them healthy for many, many years?
Well, I think first is having a good nutrition. It's the base. I mean, if you want to have a dog that is healthy from his first day of living, you have to have a good nutrition. So go see a specialist, or do your own research. There's so many things on Google right now. I think you can kind of get information and choose the good one. So that's the first thing. Second thing, they need exercise. To have a good balanced life, they need to go out and be just a dog. A dog is not meant to sleep on a couch. It's alive, and it needs to go outside and do something. And when you do that, you that's where you're gonna share. Because when he's sleeping on the couch and you're listening to TV, you're not in relation. He's just there. But when you do something with him, then that's where you have a relation. So I think that's the important thing. It's going to be good for him, but it's also going to be good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.